Okay, beautiful. All right. So the how long ago did you create this?
Well, that was whenever Dancing with the Stars was. I can't remember when that was. That's probably 3 or 4 years ago.
4 years.
I would think.
Okay. And so 3K likes. I noticed that. What was the other page you said you had with the?
It's just another one exactly like that, except it's 600 and something people are in it. But it's just I don't know how you find it, but I don't know how it even happened. But suddenly I had two, and then there's also my brother to brother page, which is dedicated just to my brother.
Okay.
And because we do gigs, and we've only done them in Adelaide. We've done 5 gigs together, 2 fringe gigs. It's all Adelaide based, that one. We did two fringe gigs, and we did some July thing, some festival they're starting to try and get in July when everything else is finished, the middle of winter. There was someone that we did there at the German club, and so it's a total of 5 gigs we've done, and I've used that one just specifically for that brother to brother thing, and I don't even know how many people are involved in that one, but I guess we could look, but it's so I'm sort of dispersed in a sense. There's 4 of them.
Okay, all right. So I've just found your other Mark Holden page.
Yeah. It's sort of a mirror. What I try to do is anything that happens on any of the pages, I try and share them with the other pages. But often, I'm really busy. I've been like beside myself in the last few days doing stuff, and I've got a case coming up on Tuesday. So I've had 43. Oh, I've lost you. There we go.
No, I'm here. I just started sharing my screen, so you can see what I'm looking at.
That's good. That's excellent.
And then we can get on the same page. So
well, this is not the brother to brother one. This is just that other one.
So there's 1 times Mark Holden with 3.
Whatever this one is.
This is Mark Holden with 608. I call them likes. The Americans call them fans. And so if we do, so you call the other one brother to brother?
And there's a brother to brother one, yeah. There's a brother to brother one.
Brother to brother. And pages.
Brother, there it is. You can see it.
Down here?
596.
Okay. There we go. That one? No, down here. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
I'm a bit happy there. I've got, I think
which we've used, which we've used quite a bit for, for the gigs we did in Adelaide.
Brother.
I've shared that recently, but mainly I don't touch that page unless it's brother to brother.
Okay. So what? So I did the review on your Mark Holden page, the one with
which is the main one. That's that one is the one that's the sort of focal point. I mean, the Mark Holden one is is full. It's 5,000, but a lot of those people. I mean, a lot of them are friends and family, but a lot of them are people I wouldn't have a clue who they are.
And that's okay. I'm just thinking with the 2 Mark Holden ones, what you could do is you could merge those pages.
There's another one. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that. There's another one, Mark Holden, with my picture on. I don't even know what that one is.
That looks like someone's just set up a profile.
What's on it?
This is if this is possibly you, or it says if you know them. They've got 218 friends.
No idea what that is.
None
of those people are known to me.
It looks like someone's got your profile, so I can report that.
Yep.
That means that I'm reporting it because it is not that someone's taken, pretending to be you. They're pretending to be me or someone I know.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, excellent.
They're pretending to be. I'll put you down as a celebrity.
God bless you. Thank you.
And I'm going to submit it to Facebook for a review.
Okay.
So I did actually notice that. So
Yeah, that's the first time I've noticed that. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to put down. That's interesting because they don't have your profile come up, but I'm actually going to put that down. Submit and done. So that will they'll shut them down if they confirm that it's actually not you.
Not me. Yeah.
So,
good.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for that. That's really great.
That's okay. So now with the pages, the two Mark Holden pages, what happens when you merge the pages, you can merge.
Oh, can you do that?
You can merge the smaller one into the bigger one. What you do, what
Right.
you will find is you'll lose all the
Common ones.
you will lose. Let me see pages. What will happen is if you merge the 600 fan page into the 3000, you'll lose all of the pictures. We can download.
I don't care. I don't care. They're all stuff that I've just mirrored from the other page.
All right.
So that's entirely unimportant.
So who's this lovely lass here?
That's my daughter.
She's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, she's 22 now, so that's quite some time ago.
So
and that's my brother underneath there.
Yeah.
That's
lovely. All right. So all of this is already. You can download the page if you want, but if you've already, this is stuff that's just shared across, you can merge the two pages. And what will happen is the people who are the 600 people that you've got here will be notified that the page is being merged, and they will then have an opportunity to either unlike your page, or they'll just say they'll be brought across. So the people who are like your page will be brought across to your other page, and then
I'd be happy to do that because it's just an additional piece of crap.
Yep. Okay. Merge.
And there was another one that I have that I tried to get rid of and couldn't get rid of. I thought I had gotten rid of it. There's another brother-to-brother page, which is one that I set up myself before the one that you've seen.
Oh, okay.
And that's still floating around.
Is that brother to brother?
Brother to brother, yeah. There was another one, but it might not be showing because I did try and stop it, but it still shows on my sidebar. No, it's not there.
Okay.
But it shows on my sidebar.
Yeah, so it's still in your menu there.
If I go to Mark Holden, I can't. You're controlling this page, so I can't do that.
No, well, you could do it on yours, but let me see. Is there another way? If it's showing on yours, it might be showing on. Let me just try this. There's many ways to skin this cat.
Skin this cat. Mark Holden Core. There's another one. 3 like this.
Mark Holden Core.
That's a picture of me, and that's not me.
Oh, we'll go back and have a look. There's another one there. There's another one who's probably a genuine.
But that's not me. That's fine. Yeah.
Mark Holden. All right. So I'm just going to go to this. Is the profile, your personal profile?
This is the 618 one.
No, this is your personal profile.
Oh, so this is my actual personal one, right?
Yeah. So see here, it's got friends and following. You don't have that on your page. You only have that on your personal profile.
Okay.
So what I do is I explain to people that if Facebook is a powerful business tool, you can think of it as a house. The only way in or out of the house is through your personal profile, and the rooms that hang off the side of the passageway are your business page, groups.
Except that what I've found is that people want to get onto my personal one, and not the other one, and of course they can't. Like for example, Alan wanted to come onto my personal one, and I was full, and he didn't go. Well, then I'll just go on the other one. No, he wanted to be on the personal one, and I find that happens a lot.
So you've got 4,999 friends, which means you can have a maximum of 5,000 friends on Facebook. Now, you'd probably know a fraction of those, I'd imagine.
Exactly. Most of them are people I don't know.
And what I would do,
A lot of them are people I do know.
yeah, well, keep the ones you do know and you want on there. I like to encourage people to be a bit strategic about it and have maybe a bit of a cull, because when you are accepting friends, I've got over 1,000 friend requests from people that I don't accept friend requests if they don't meet my strategic business outcomes. So
yeah, I'm with you there.
So what that means is, I mean, you would accept friend requests from people who are likely to buy tickets to your shows.
Correct.
Or engage.
Well, but no, and also no, but also people that I know, you know, because people, I'll have a look and see if, like, when Alan's came up, I went, oh, yes. I know Alan. Let me make him a friend. And then unfortunately that was after it was already, but people drop off too.
They do.
I wrote back to him and I said, when people drop off, I'll try again. But why he wouldn't just think to go on the other one anyway? I don't know how to direct people other than that.
Okay, so now there's a couple of things that you can do. What's this one here? Okay, that probably needs to go. But what you can do is you can actually put a link to your Mark Holden page here on the intro.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do, I'll show you on mine. The other thing that you can do is when you have people that want to be your friend that can't friend you, you can get them to follow you. Now, you can actually display your followers. So you can see here I'm followed by 2,765 people. Now, they're people who have chosen to follow me instead of be my friends. This is my personal profile.
Yep.
Okay. And what I've done here is I've got the pages that I manage that I want to have public.
Okay.
And so this is linking your page to your business profile. So your business page to your personal profile. So once you've done that, then you can, people can follow you. They can still get your post, but they don't necessarily have to be your friend. So I'll go back to your this thing. Okay, Mark. Oh, my computer. Let's see. We can fix some of that now if you want to.
Sure.
I can. It's a little bit out of the ordinary, but that's okay. All right. So.
Have you had some rain there?
It's raining right now. In fact, Wayne, my hubby, he's don't know whether he's coming home or not tonight, because he said he was on 1 hour recall, and if he was called in, he was going in at 6 to be a state operations centre tonight or something, for expecting high winds.
Yeah, we haven't got it. It hasn't happened here yet. We're waiting.
I think it's heading your way. All right. So, so what you want to do is edit the intro. I know it's going to get off track a little bit, but do you want to do that now? So,
no, we don't need to do it now. But I can make notes.
Okay.
And because that's a really good idea. The link to the MH Like page on the front page of the MH Friends page.
Yeah, and so what you can do if you can't have friends, like if you've got. If you've reached your friends list, maximum, then you can say follow me. So you can follow both on your personal profile. So I would say see first. So this is what you can say to people like Alan if you don't want to cull your friends list.
Yeah.
See first, and then ask them. You say you can actually say, have a look on my personal profile, connect with me on my page. On my page.
Where do I say that?
Now, did he tell you that in a Facebook message, or did he say in an email or something that he wanted?
He said it in an email.
Okay. What you
because I had accepted his friend request,
yes,
and it hadn't happened because it was over.
Okay.
Over described.
Yeah. I'd strongly suggest that you go through and you cull people that you don't know or that you haven't had contact with for a long time, or and I do that regularly as well, and it's just something that
That's a good idea. I'm going to make that note. Carl MH.
But even if you just do like 20 or so a week, and then you can let them in for
do it when I think to do it. There's plenty of time that you're just dilly-dallying that you could do that.
Yeah. So I think that's, I sort of do that every so often. And I usually do it when people's birthdays come up for a birthday reminder. And I go, oh, my God, this person I've been friends with since 2011. I've had no contact with them, and I don't even know, like, they live in Canada or something, and I've never spoken to them. When I first got on Facebook, I was just accepting friend requests willy-nilly, and I had no real strategic reason to be connected to them. But the other thing I would be doing, and I know it sounds a bit mean because Facebook is for friends, but really, if you get really strategic about it, you'd be looking to connect with people in the areas that you're wanting to perform. Now, we did this when I was working with Northern Volunteering, and we got $50,000. I got very good at writing funding submissions. And we were running community training for volunteers in regional South Australia. So I specifically went and joined groups in those areas, and it was a very strategic, targeted. Hang on, Fiona. A very strategic move to join the groups in those particular areas. But
that's actually one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you.
Yeah.
I love the Mark Touchdown Rotary idea.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I really liked out of the Saturday night meeting was to put a number on it and have a number goal. And what I'm thinking is, and just to run this by you, I mean, we know we've got Deanie in Noarlunga.
Yes.
But it's just Deanie at the moment.
Yes.
We've got one person in Noarlunga, whereas in Golden Grove we've got a dozen or more already.
Yeah.
Of people who are
Tea Tree Gully, but that's okay.
Tea Tree Gully.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's already a bigger pool from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've come out there and because we've met and all that. And Deanie's just one person. I've now reached out to Mount Gambier, Renmark, Port Pirie, and Port Lincoln. Mm-hmm. I've had a response just from one, and I wrote to like 3 people in each place.
Yes.
I've had one response from, I think, Mount Gambier, and just saying, hey, great to get that, and I'm going to a board meeting and I'll talk about it. And then the Port Pirie guy has gone, oh, fantastic, great.
Yep.
So what I'd love to be able to do, and I don't know whether there's going to be enough time. I mean, I thought that I was doing this in advance enough to have time, but it might end up being that we don't. But it would be great if we could get a statewide total and get everybody buzzing on that Rotary or Romac touchdown, Mark Holden, let's make X amount of money. And get each location to identify what they think that they can manage.
Yep.
And Deanie might be $1,000. I mean, we don't want to embarrass people.
Yep. So I actually love that idea too, and I heard it when you said it on Saturday night, and I heard when you said we do it as a collective and we put our collective brains.
We G ourselves up, and we also have people to compare ideas with. We're sort of watching each other. Do you know what I mean? I just think and then we can maybe even make the presentation at some point later in the year, as a state thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so that we can all feel like we've achieved something.
Yes. And I think it would be amazing.
But also built the community that you seem to be capable of building.
Oh, well, it really is. I love that idea, and I love working as a collective. And because I mean, one of my mottos is don't compete, create and collaborate, or collaborate and
Yeah,
create.
correct.
And even I think there is even perhaps this maybe a tinge of competitiveness even within Rotary. But I think that
So, but this is if we make it a statewide thing. So why don't I just make myself a note and
we
say
make
I'm going to copy you in on the emails I've been getting back,
yes,
so that you've got at least an understanding of who's where when, and
yes.
we can start to build and see if we can get Deanie on board. I don't know whether Deanie's a computer person.
I've done a masterclass with the Noarlunga Rotary. I actually ran a social media workshop down at the Noarlunga club rooms. And I said to them, I let them said, come in for free. You can have members run the thing for free, or come in and sit through it. And then I tried to tailor some of what I did to not-for-profits and clubs. It was mainly small businesses that I was talking to. But afterwards, I said to Deanie, I will do a masterclass just for Noarlunga. So, and she goes, after that, I stayed back for an hour and I did a masterclass just for them. And there was about 4 people there. And I just said, how many in your club? And she said 7. So they're a very, very small club. And they've got some amazing opportunities that, but they're quite savvy.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, stop you.
I was going to say they're quite savvy with social media, but they're stretched for human resources.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just feel like we need to, if we can, and I don't know whether this is possible. So, are we ahead of you? Just seem to be on the edge of the curve. So, if we could do that, I just think it would be fabulous, and we could really build up a community that can be used for other things.
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea how sweet those words sound. I think that is. I'm fully on board with that. And what?
Tomorrow I'll send you. I'll start copying you in on the emails I'm getting from them.
Yes.
And we can see what we can get going. Unfortunately, I'm going off to my daughter's graduation, but for 2 weeks in May. But then I'm back, and even when I'm there, I'm going to be online all the time.
So where's there?
Orange County.
Oh, beautiful, California.
Yeah,
Woo!
But I'll be online. I'll be online all the time, and California is not that wildly different time wise.
No.
So we can continue to collaborate even when I'm there.
Yep. No, that's cool. I've got clients in the US anyway, so we are, and I'm actually a moderator on a live video platform, the one that failed us the other day, but I figured out what that was, so it doesn't matter.
What was it?
It's actually was Facebook. Now what they've done is they have, because of the third party, what do they call it? The Cambridge Analytica fiasco. They've actually filed for bankruptcy. I saw the trending news today, but
really?
Facebook have said we weren't allowed to use third-party apps in groups, and then they said in events. And I was trying to get that going in an event.
Surely they're going to solve that. I mean, I did a thing with I did a talk out at Melton Library on Sunday, and there was a dude that was sitting there, Thai Mac TV, and he just did. It was so simple. He just went live on his. He was on. He went on Facebook. Yep. He pressed live, and we just went straight out. And it was just, but the two of us were sitting together, so it wasn't a thing like you were trying to do, where there was multiple people. Well, but it was just so bloody simple. I went, oh my God, that is so bloody simple. I don't know why I haven't done that.
Well, I think you should, and I think you could actually linking that with the strategy of using chatbots as well, which means that you get people to interact and communicate with you through Messenger, and there is amazing ways that you can use your live videos to get your message across, to get a following. And I think you have got a huge potential that.
Well, I'd like to use this for two purposes. One, to create the Romac, what we'll call the Touchdown Romac Rotary community, and make it statewide.
Yeah.
And make it something that, like I said, if we could put a state number on it. I mean, I don't know what number you ended up with on Saturday night, whether it was $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, whatever it was.
It was 5,000.
$5,000. Well, each. I mean, Port Pirie, it might be 1,000. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if we do that and we end up making $10,000 or $12,000 or whatever we end up making, we do it as a statewide community. And then we can make an event of the money going somewhere to something, and we can see where it goes.
Yes.
And we can all follow it, and we can keep building on that community. We can do other things with it.
Yeah, I love it. Do something. I think the other thing is with this is the people that are involved have a huge opportunity to learn, because I've offered my skills and talents to them.
You're teaching as you go.
And if I say do this, then do this, then do this, then they don't get overwhelmed, because I think that's what happened when I did the masterclass.
A lot of people, and look, I'm a pretty intelligent bloke, and you've seen how pathetic I am.
I know.
Well, you have. You've seen how pathetic I am. I mean, I'm hopeless at this stuff.
Well, I've just signed up to the Australian Bureau of Statistics to do a longitudinal study of Australian children, and the ones that started now in their 18th year, and we've got to learn this whole instrument, this survey instrument. And I'm pretty good around this sort of stuff, but to tell you what, that's, you know, when you're learning a new thing, and
well, the kids are, you know, sucking it in from the moment they're born now.
I know if I want to catch up with my kid, I'll send him a message on Snapchat.
Yeah, I haven't got to that point, but no, my daughter and I FaceTime all the time, which is just amazing. It's like being in the Jetsons, you know, it really is.
I know. And in Dubai, they've already got the driverless cars that you can get in and go places. So.
It's really wacky. You know, she drives home for an hour and a half every day to and from where she is in Orange County to LA to work. It's like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's horrible, and she'll just put me on FaceTime.
Yep.
Sit the phone, you know, she's not holding the phone or anything, and we'll just chat away for free, you know, for an hour.
Yep, it's amazing. Amazing stuff. All right, so let's park the Rotary thing, because there are some issues that we will be faced with, and I think, and I know I came up with a few of them when I first started with Rotary at Tea Tree Gully. There was some real resistance to, for Facebook Live in the first instance, and even from the president. But so I actually got around that by asking the people whether they would like to be, you know, like the people doing the presenting, whether they would like to be live. And so I generally, special guests like yourself, I did a live stream to the Facebook page, and they're coming around now. At first, there was some real resistance, and there was a lot of suspicion. I said to them, I want to go to the club and teach them how to be safe on Facebook, because there's a great deal of fear around it, especially with the older members, and some of them aren't even on Facebook, so they feel like they're missing out and they want the old Rotary. So I've got to be mindful of that, and also respectful of that as well. So. Well,
my blessed mother, who was a very, 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 very intelligent woman, we gave her a mobile phone when she was in her late 60s. She never turned it on, and not once. And she never, ever, ever had a computer, never, ever, ever had an email address. And I don't understand it, because she was such a happening woman.
Yeah.
but it just passed her by, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's my mum, who's nearly 80, she's writing a
Hard
book,
into it.
and
Yeah.
she's written her first book. She's writing her second book. She's collaborating with her brothers and sisters. They
Yeah.
Skype
Yeah.
every week. She
Yeah.
actually was a guest on, because I'm a community manager for a website called Find the Best One, and it's a South Australian based, and it's about finding the best tradesperson, hairdresser, mechanic, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we also do a scam watch part. So we go live at 7 every Thursday night. And it's only for half an hour. Tonight I'm doing a replay of the one where my mum was one letter and a enter away from giving someone who said they were from Telstra control of her screen. And then she said,
there you go.
no, I'm not. And so when she told me this, I said, you need to come on the show. So she actually came on the show. She was a guest on the show. She spoke about her experience, and she said, if you get anything like that again, just hang up on them, or, you know.
And we all fall for that. And now I don't click on anything.
Yeah.
Because I've, my MasterCard's been compromised any number of times, and all of that. We were in Italy, and I was sitting in a coffee shop, and I used their Wi-Fi, and then suddenly there was, through Facebook, they bought some things. I don't know how they did it, but I suddenly had all these bills on Facebook, and and so then you've got to cancel your credit card, and
the hassle.
And you're in Europe, and so it is. I understand there's good reason for people being concerned, because we do get conned, and we do click on the wrong things every now and then,
Oh, yes, we do. And if we don't know any better, and especially Mum was very worried because he was quite threatening. He was going to cut off her internet, he was going to cut off her email, and he was saying all of this stuff that was just scaring her.
Yeah.
All right.
So no, I get that. So we might find some resistance, but there will be a lot of people. Well, there will be some people who won't resist, and so those are the people we should be trying to find. And if we can find a few in each town, they can communicate at the meetings with the others.
Would you consider a good friend of mine, and in fact someone I started in emergency services with, was he's a regional commander down for the Country Fire Service at Narracourt. He's also past president of the Narracourt Rotary. I'd love to get him involved,
right?
Because I know him, and I didn't want to step in.
Look, I've only just look. I was testing the water with Tea Tree Gully and Noarlunga.
Yes.
Just to see if I was going to get a reception.
Yeah.
And I've had a great reception. So I've now gone to the other 4, and that's but I've done it by email. Whereas the first 2 with Deanie and with Glenn, I just got the phone off the web and called them directly and started a conversation, which is probably what I ought to have done with the others. But anyway, I haven't done it. I've done it by email, so it's at the moment it's got that kind of distance in it at the minute. I haven't actually got to communicate with them, other than, like I said, Port Pirie guy was like, yeah, beauty bonza. Yeah. And I did get a response from either Mount Gambier or Rimba, I can't remember which one, that just from one of the people, but I wrote to 6 people altogether, know.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a response from the Romac dude either.
Well, Bill being there.
Bill said to me in the last email he wrote to me, where he gave me the details, he said, do me a favour, just do it directly with them, don't involve me.
Oh, okay. So
yeah. He was pretty it was like, yeah, happy to help. It's kind of been a hassle to do it this much, but I've done my bit.
Okay. All right. No worries.
I got the message from him. I don't want to bug him.
Okay. No worries. Well, if it's any,
we've got to find the people who are like-minded to Dad. There are people. We're going to find people, like you said. We're going to find people who are phone call people and face-to-face people, and the internet is we're going to have to. Hopefully, we can find those people too.
I think they, and like I said, if you don't mind me dropping a word to
No,
John.
do your thing. I want you to do your thing. That's what I want you to do.
Well, he's in Narracourt, and he, like, even if it's sort of like a Mount Gambier Narracourt, if some of the clubs in Narracourt,
fantastic. That would be fantastic.
That would extend it further, because Narracourt's only an hour away from Mount Gambier, and
Correct. And if I'm going to Mount Gambier, I can go to Narracourt. You know, I mean, if I do an event for Romac in Mount Gambier, you know, even if he can't, I can do a specific event for him. Even though there's no Mark Holden gig there, I can do a Romac gig for him.
Well,
I mean, I'm going to be right there. You know, I'm going to be right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be coming to Mount Gambier, so I'm not going to be far away.
Or even if they decide that they're going to pull some resources,
yes,
you know, so it could happen like lots of different ways.
Yes, and we don't know which way they come, and I just don't know that I've given it enough time. I thought there was going to be enough time, but
that's all right. Look, I'll have a chat with Proby, because he knows, like, he's local down there. He started in the SES. I was his boss for a while, and then he's risen through the ranks of the Country Fire Service. So he's the head honch down there, and he's got,
right,
you were saying, grassroots connections, and he's well known, well loved. So if you don't get any joy with Mount Gambier, or even if you do,
well, no. Let's pressure, full court press, because, like I said, I'm going to be gone in 15th of May. That's a couple of weeks, or less than a couple of weeks. For 2 weeks, like, I'd be preoccupied for a large part of that with all the events around Katie, you know.
All right.
But I'm still going to have time sitting in a hotel room where I'll have time to do things.
Let's think about.
But
I'm just thinking, like you said, full court press. I'll get John involved. They might want to do something separate for Narracourt, or they might want to throw their hat in with.
Yeah, either way, I'm up for it.
All right, cool. Well, that's the first step with that. And the other, I was just thinking, was how we could help to have them all together. And I'll have to clear it with Glenn too, because it's a bit of, you know, sort of politicking. Let's get Rana off of here. In terms of, you know, what they're like in any sort of organisation. But I'm thinking if we could start doing a regular, we'll call it a teleconference.
Yes.
We can hook people in by Zoom.
We can update each other on what we're doing.
Yes.
Ideas.
Yes. So
also think really important things like scheduling.
Yes. Yes.
Because we've already locked away 24 and 25 of August.
Yep.
So, you know, we're going to have to figure out a schedule, because I'm not going to want to go back to Melbourne then come, you know, I mean, if I have to, I will, but if I can do a run, that would be great.
All right. So would you like me to, like I said, I'll have to get.
I'm going to copy you on the ones that I've sent out, so you see the names.
Yes.
And also the receipt, and also the things that I've got back.
Yes.
So that you start compiling a list of people that we can be reaching out to. Like, for example, the woman who wrote to me back, you know, she sounds like she's probably a happening person. She's picked up the ball and at least answered, whereas the others haven't. So, you know, a person who puts their hand up, you go, well, that's probably someone we should start with her.
It's always a good idea, isn't it? All right. But I'm thinking that we could have at least, you know, touch base with a Zoom, or if the people can't do Zoom, if they're not computer savvy, we can hook them in by teleconference. They can be on loudspeaker and be part of the conversation as well.
Yeah.
If it's just to touch base with those who are interested and wanting to know more, that way they can also
changing ideas, working on a schedule. There's a lot of things that we can do.
Yeah.
And also just this. I think this business of setting a number in each place and not putting pressure on people to put an unreasonable number. Yeah. Just putting a number they think they can achieve, actually, and so that we can come up with a statewide total and so that we can have a number that we're trying to reach, that we can, I don't know, put a scoreboard up or something, like they telethon.
Like a leaderboard type or a
like a telethon thing,
Yeah, I've just got one of those thermometers that you can colour in as they.
Precisely, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking in this case, and we'll need to go back and get the district governor, like them.
Well, he hasn't. That bloke hasn't responded. I've got a phone number that I will call, but I guess I should just let me make a note. I'll just call him direct. I think his name was Rob. Call Romac guy. I think it was Rob. I can't remember.
Was Alan? Was Alan?
No,
he was.
Alan made the contact.
Yeah.
Alan made the contact, but God bless Alan. He's been great.
Yeah.
And he's been following up, and he's been, he's been. So he gave me the phone number, but I tried just to hook the guy into the email chain to see if he'd respond, and he hasn't. So I'll call him directly as well.
All right. So the district governor and the Romac guys as well.
Just so that we've got the imprimatur of somebody from Romac.
Yeah. So all right.
That's what we're working towards.
All right. Cool. All right. So that gives us some stuff to work with for the event. So you're looking at August, August, or
August. Well, July's too. Yeah, July's fine. I mean, it's. I've got a gig on the week of the sort of 13th to the 22nd of July. I've got 2 gigs in Hobart.
Mm-hmm.
One on the 14th and one on the 21st. So that week's kind of that sort of a day either side of that is gone.
Okay.
But after that, before that, is fine. My Adelaide Cabaret Festival gigs are 13th and 14th. It could be after that. That being said, my daughter's coming home for her last holiday, and she's coming with me to Adelaide for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
But she, after the 15th of June, no, I'm available until the 14th of. No, I'll just say it. I'm available from the 15th. Well, the 6th. Let's say the 16th is a Saturday. 17th. From the 18th of June, I'm available from the 18th of June till the
13th of July.
Till the let's say the 12th of July.
Yeah.
And then I'm available from the 23rd of July till September.
Till September.
And we've got the 24th and the 25th booked right now.
Yep. So we've got the 25th, and no longer have got the 24th.
The 24th. Yeah. Yep. So there's plenty of spots there.
Yep. I think they're probably freaking out, Mark. They're probably going, this is really, really cool, but how the fuck are we going to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I'll send you the letters. I mean, I said I'll turn up for free. I'll get myself there. We won't cost you anything for me to be there. Yep. I'll just be there. You can do something small. You can do something big.
Well, Glenn said to me he nearly said no because he didn't think that we had the capacity to do it. And then he said, no, I'll talk to. And then he rang me and rang a couple of other people before he decided to.
Well, that's why I think it's important if we can communicate with these folks so that they don't feel like, they don't feel like they're being pushed into something. I mean, but be honest, this is what Rotary and everything's all about, really.
Well, it is. I just don't know that they've had an opportunity like this drop in their lap, and they're probably going. It was sort of like freaking out. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit like me when Murray Smith said, you want to do some work for me, and she's the queen of Facebook, and I've got her on this pedestal that's so high, I can barely see the top of her head because it's right up there, and I just about wet myself with excitement, and then went, shit, if she says so, if she's serious, what am I doing? So
yeah, right, yeah, I mean, yes, that's right. Yeah. So that's well, we'll just take it a step at a time.
Yeah, we will. And I guess because very few of us, if any, would have been in this position before. So I think.
No, well, I've never done what you and I are doing right now like this. I've never done this before. I tried it one time with my brother on a brother-to-brother thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really funky. And, you know, when we did this Zoom thing, and it was sort of poorly planned, and by the time we were ready to go, there was really no one there that wanted to see it.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it was a Sunday afternoon or something or other, and we thought, well, that's a good time, and we let people know, and there were a few people. You know, it was like it ended up being a nothing. So we didn't do it. We didn't do it right, whatever it is.
So
But
where
we
did
did
you do it?
the Zoom thing, and the Zoom thing did seem to work.
So was it live or was it online?
It was Zoom. Well, the theory was we were going live on Zoom on
Yes.
Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah.
And we had a third person who was going to interview us and talk to us.
Oh, okay. Yep. And how long ago was that then? Was that?
Well, that was for the Fringe, whenever the Fringe was.
Oh, okay. So that was just back in
Recently.
March.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Or
Yeah.
it might have been the Norwood Hotel gig in November.
Okay.
We
Okay.
we did a Norwood Hotel gig.
Yep.
And you know, we got like 300 and something people to that gig, and we got 500 to come to the German club twice.
Yeah.
But it was hard to get them, honestly. And most of them were, to be honest, Adair, most of them were family and friends, or friends of family and friends.
That's how it goes.
You know, seriously. And then we did 2 gigs down at the Marion Civic Centre, which is where Craig and I grew up.
Yes.
And that one we did basically not very much at all for.
Yeah.
And because we were sort of burnt out by that time. And funnily enough, like people that lived on our street from those, you know, and kids that we went to school with at primary school, and we got
like a huge reunion.
It was kind of nice, but we ended up getting like a couple hundred people a night, and so it, you know, it's a tough caper.
Yeah. So I guess reaching out to Rotary, you've got people there that are different. It's it is people that you don't know, but it's still, to use the term that you used, it's the grassroots community.
Yes, indeed.
And yeah. All right. So one of the things that that I've been doing because we're working with a fundraiser for the quiz night with Leonie and the Kidney Transplant Diabetes Research Australia is tracking down people who are in a bit more mainstream media, because with Facebook we can be the next Justin Bieber if we, you know, just hang around long enough and annoy enough people. But we still like to get into a bit of mainstream media. So I'm thinking for this the Romac Rotary touchdown, it's quite possible that we could.
Yes.
We could
get
the mainstream.
Yes, indeed. And I'm going to be hassling my publicity guy, who has yet to actually give me his plan.
Yes.
Even though I've paid him a third up in front.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for his plan. But I want him to organise local community radio in each one of these towns, so we can talk about this.
Yep.
And so that's one thing. And I've asked him. I've said, you know, get me the list. Develop a list of all the stations in every. And there's probably a local TV station in Mount Gambier.
I reckon is it GTS4 or something? It might be.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. And we can. And if we get the thermometer going and the statewide thing going, I'm sure we'll be able to get some press and some above ground media.
Absolutely, and I'm sure like the local messenger, they'd be interested.
And that's what I want my PR guy to do.
So
I'm going to put pressure on him to do that. But in order to do that, I need to have an idea of who's actually putting their hand up. I think the Port Pirie one's going to happen.
Yes.
We'll see. We've got Noarlunga, we've got Tea Tree Gully, and I think we'll have Port Pirie.
Yeah.
And then, so in that period of time when I'm going to those places, I can physically go out to the local community station.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And even in the lead up to it, you can.
Yes, or indeed.
Absolutely.
Probably better in the lead up to it, actually.
Yeah. And what I plan to do with whether it's probably cross posting between the My Time TV and the.
That's it. My Time TV. That's what he was doing. Yeah.
Then I will be doing. We'll do some stuff where we'll have probably a series of interviews or fireside chats or whatever, and then we'll be promoting the ticket sales then.
Yes, and that was the other thing I forgot to say on Saturday night, is that we should put a number on that of what the goal is.
150 for us.
Yes. Okay.
We've already booked.
That seems like a lot, but anyway, hopefully you can get that. That's great.
Well, I believe we can. I know enough people my age that would just go, Mark Holden. Ah!
Yeah. and if it's associated with a fundraiser,
And they, like even I've got a network called Women in Business Adelaide, and they're just talking about a pajama party that we're having. Would you believe?
Fantastic.
That chat's just popping up, but that's there's 1,000 women there, and most of them are in Adelaide. Most of them are around my age. So when we started talking about
that's a powerful little group.
Well, it's funny because our business mentors have actually said to Theone and myself that to them we're worth over $150,000 because they can't get that sort. They can't buy the sort of.
They can't get that reach.
They can't buy what we have. We actually started a group for a shoe business that we're in, and within 2 weeks we had over 500 members in the group. We did no recruiting. All we said was, we have some shoes for sale. To buy them at your special discount price, you have to be in this group. We're opening the group in 4 days or 5 days. There was 200 people knocking on the door, waiting to get into the group by the time we opened it. And then we've had steady stream of people. So there's probably nearly 600 people in there now. And we've only had it open for a couple of months. So it's just fabulous. It's just gone crazy. And this is the guys who are helping us with this business. They're just saying, we can't buy what you girls have.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
that's shoes, women. That's a nice.
Well, a nice combo. But we run this women.
Nice connect. Adelaide. You're offering them something that they want.
Yeah, and if we threw you at them, they'd love you too.
in the right circumstances. But
bunch of women from Adelaide who grew up in the Carnation era.
Yes.
Or I think we're on a winner.
Yeah. Well, let's chip away. Can we have a few regular catch-ups?
We can, absolutely.
Let me work through this list that I've got here over the next few days.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the emails, and then I'll have called the Romac guy.
Yeah.
And we'll see if there's another move that we can make.
Okay. Now
engaging one of the or more of those people, in this way.
Yep. All right.
Get him into this little, whatever we call it, group circle.
All right, so I think that's great, and if we can, then we can have a regular Zoom meeting, or we can have a regular. Yeah. So here we go. Look at this. People are commenting on a post in Women in Business Adelaide. You'll notice those notifications.
Yes, I see that.
all the
It's
time.
Joylene.
I actually went to school with her in Clare, and we reconnected through Facebook. We've never actually met since I went to school like 40 years ago. She's in this group, so here we go. And we're having a pajama party. Most of these women, they're all in Adelaide. They are all the demographic that would remember you from the 70s, and they would they'd all come out. They'd all,
have a good night.
Yep, they would. So
okay.
Now,
go ahead.
You need to run off because there is actually some stuff that I want to share with you around.
Okay, go ahead. Right, go ahead. Yep.
Or do you want to make another time?
No. Well, I mean, how's your brain?
I could talk this stuff forever. I could run. I run.
Well, no, run me through it, and talk me through it.
I'm going to suggest a couple of things, but we'll go. We'll start at the top because obviously that we said about having a strategy. The first thing I want you to do is think about why you're here, what you want out of it, because most people just go, I'm on Facebook because everybody is. Obviously, from what I hear, what you're saying, for you want to connect with the local community, you want to be in touch with the grassroots, you want to use Facebook to get and connect with people in a way that's a bit more meaningful. Now, one of the things that you can do, because you are you have celebrity status, whether you like it or not, and this pajama party's gone nuts. I've never been to a pajama party. Here I am in my mid-50s. And I'm about to go to my first pajama party that's organised by these women in business.
That sounds fantastic.
Isn't it great? Now, you can get a verification for your page. Now, if you have a grey verification tick, and that's here next to your name, it is a grey tick means that you're like a business, and that's been verified. It means that Facebook has made you jump through some hoops to prove that you're legitimate. If you're a celebrity, you can have a blue verification tick. And
how do I get that?
Okay, so for a business, I know how to get that, but I've never actually done a celebrity one.
Well, what's the business one? Because I am a business.
Yes, okay. I would go for a celebrity one if I were you.
Okay, all right.
You go into settings, and then you go to general, and about the second one down, it says verify your page. You click on that. It'll ask you for a phone number. You put your phone number in. They will ring you and give you a 4-digit number, and then you type it in. They'll tell you if your page can be verified or not. I would highly recommend. It means that. Pardon?
What does it mean, being verified?
It means it's like the Heart Foundation tick of approval. It means bugger all, but it actually does. So there is about 75 million pages on Facebook. About 6 million of those are actually paid advertisers, but 75 million pages. Now, you can imagine that out there are some people that are dodgy as.
Yeah.
And so what Facebook does is say, if you verify, this pajama party's going nuts. If you verify your business page or verify that you're a celebrity, and it means that Facebook has said that you jumped through some hoops to say, yes, you're legitimate. So I don't know if you've heard.
I'll do that. Do that.
I would, if I were you, I would actually try and get verification as a celebrity. I can find out what you need to do for that and get back to you.
Where's the settings thing?
It is from where you're sitting. You can't see it on here because this is what it looks like from somebody who's visiting your page. But if you go to your page, it's at the top right-hand sort of.
Okay. I'll find it.
Settings, then you've got help. It's just above where it's got your Holden Brothers Circus.
Just somewhere up here.
It's just above the image on the right-hand side, just sort of like just right of the center.
Okay, I'll do that. That's now on my list.
Variation. Okay. The other thing you can do is...
Did you merge the pages?
I could, yeah, you can do that. Oh, you want to know how?
I would like to get rid of the second page just because it's messy and...
Yes.
And it's just it sort of dissipates the effort.
You can do that by going into settings, and then you go down to the bottom of it says settings, then general, then down to the bottom of the page it says merge pages. Now just be careful that you merge the 600 like page into this page, not the other way around.
Okay.
So you want to keep this page. You probably won't have any problems at all because...
So I should go on to the one that I want to get rid of and merge that into... How does it know where I want to merge into?
It will ask you. It's been a while since, so you'll click on merge page, and then it will come up with a say, what page do you want to merge into?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So just make sure that you're merging the right page into the page that you want to keep.
Okay.
And it will give you 2 weeks, I think, 2 weeks. Once it's merged, and then it will let people know that you're merging your page. If your page is too different, because yours is Mark Holden and merging it with Mark Holden, you should not have a problem.
Okay.
You just
I'm going to try that as well.
Okay.
Try that.
Now, for your cover image, this one here, I think you said that you had some video footage of these images. It's still coming up. Did you have some video footage that
that can go where it says cover photos?
You can actually put video footage because movement catches the eye. And
okay, so how do I do that?
Okay, so you can put anything between 60 or 20 and 90 seconds up here. I'm pretty sure it's not up to 90 seconds. So if you can get someone to edit the footage, you can put a slideshow.
Well, I've got a really nutty one where it's very short.
Yes.
That Francesca at the Adelaide Cabaret Festival did, and it's just me in a Greatest Showman gear with a cane and a top hat, and I'm just spinning the top hat on the cane, and it's just that's all it is.
Perfect. Now,
that's what I'll do.
The other thing I would do with that is I would get...
How do I do that though? How do I get that?
You just click on change cover. Have you got it on your desktop?
Well, I've got your picture on my desktop.
Got your page. Sorry, or have you got it on your... Have you got the video on your computer?
Somewhere, yeah.
All right. Somewhere. So all you do is on your page from where you're looking, you'll click on up here on the top left, where it will say change cover. You click on that, it will say upload picture or upload use picture or use video from the page.
Right, I'll do that. I'll do that. That's another thing for me to do.
Before you do, there's lots you can do. Before you do this, I would suggest that you get it captioned. So now what you can do, these girls, what you can do is you can, if you got someone that's got editing skills, you can upload. So you can say, all right, you can use this page to do a scroll across the bottom to say call to action, buy tickets to. You don't have to do it immediately, and you can change it all the time. So let's say, for example, that the 24th of August, right, you're doing a wine and cheese at
Noarlunga.
You've decided that you're going to help sell some tickets on your page. We'll probably get Theoni's doing sticky tickets, so we can even help Dinny with that, or any of the others. We can help them with that because we you know,
What are sticky
oh,
tickets?
we use sticky tickets instead of Eventbrite because that's their rates aren't as high, and they're actually based in New South Wales, so they're a local company.
And they sell tickets to events?
No, they do all electronic ticketing.
Okay.
And so, yes, they do sell tickets to events. So it's not box office, that type of thing. But what it is,
Where do they get the tickets from?
well, all they are is a platform that
Yeah.
you set up the platform about how you want your tickets to be sold. You might want to do 2 for 1. You might want to do early bird. You might want to do whatever. And you do that inside the event, sticky tickets event. You create an event, and it's got the ticketing system all in there, and people just click on a link and it goes straight. They can buy the tickets straight off the internet. So what I'm suggesting is that
that's going to be a bit difficult for me to get my head around at the minute. I'm going to let that one sit for a minute.
Well, look, if you need some help, Fiona and I we're going to be doing it for Teacher Gully. So
yeah.
I'm happy to help you do this stuff for the other guys. And
the first thing we've got to do is get the other guys on board.
Well, we can say you've got Nolunga, you've got us, so we'll get the other guys on board. But this is something. Let's step it out. You're right.
Yeah.
Just put the video up there, and when it comes to change it, and we can do the scroll bar, we'll work that out afterwards because that's.
What I'll do is I'll get the video up there at least.
Okay.
And I won't do anything else for the moment. I'll just see how much of this I can do. I'm just like I said, I've got a case on Tuesday. I'm a barrister as well. You know, it's
yes. Yeah, how thinly can you slice?
Yeah. So I can slice it pretty thinly. It's just that I've got a case coming up, and it's going to take me about 2 or 3 days to prepare and get it. But I'll be happy to take my mind off it every now and then, bear down on this. You know.
All right. Can I just have 2 seconds to answer the phone to my son?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, Daddy. Are you ready to come home? Yes. Oh, really? All right. So just give me 10 minutes. I'm just finishing up something here, and then I'll come up to the plaza and pick you up. Okay. All right. Where will you be? Where will you be? I don't know. I'll call you. I'll call you when I'm on my way. All right. Would you want to wait in the food court, or do you want to wait up by Coles? All right. Bye.
Don't you love that? Where will you be? I don't know.
I know. I'll call you. No, my phone's going to die. I'll just make sure I've got to ride before the phone's completely dead.
I think we've done enough of there. Let me see if I can, how much of this I can get done, and then we'll just reach out next week. Is that okay?
I am going to ask you one more thing.
I'm going to send you the emails as I get them, so that you can consider how to. I'm going to copy you on all the emails, and I'm going to see if there's a way to get you involved with these people sooner rather than later. But we'll just monitor it as we go.
And now one more thing I do want to ask you is, if you are okay with making me admin on your page, you don't have to. You are okay.
No, I'm happy to do that.
Then I can do some stuff and.
Right. No, I'd be happy to do that. So let me put you on admin on my page.
Do you know how to do that?
I have, because I've done it with a couple of people, but I know how to do that. And I just send you your email address, don't I? Is that what I do?
No, it will just notify me. All you do is
right, because it'll find your name on it. That's what it does, doesn't it?
Just pop up, and then you just have to put in your password again, and it will make me admin. I'll get notified. What I want to do is I want to connect ManyChat to your page, and I won't be nefarious, and I'll let you know.
Yeah. God bless you.
But I can even find the videos if they're on your page and upload them and that sort of thing as well. So
right. Well, I don't think I've this short one with the hat thing. I don't think that's gone on yet. So I'll have to find that, and then I'll try and see if I can load it up myself. And
All
see
right.
if I can do some of this stuff, I mean, look, to be honest, when I do recordings, I don't do any of the technical stuff.
I just remember you saying that you don't turn the knobs, and that's why I'm offering.
Exactly.
I love doing that.
I sit in the back of the room and go, that sounds good. Yeah. And generally I pay for it as well. I pay for it. I go, that sounds good. Those are the two things that I do. And maybe there's some things we can do down the line on a business level as well. Let's see if we can get it so that I'm actually up to speed on so that I can maximize this Romac rotary touchdown thing, because I love that idea.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of creating a community and trying to get everybody excited and so that they can lose their fear, because I think it's when you're sitting around and everyone's having a beer and some cheese on Saturday night, that's good.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that's brilliant. I think I would love to get John involved as well. And what I'll do is I'll talk to him, and if he goes yay, then I will send you his email address to add into the
list. Yeah. And I'll copy him on the email. Yeah.
And however it flows from there. But
yes.
All right. So we could perhaps
go pick up your son.
Pardon?
Go pick up your son.
He's hanging out with some chicks up at the plaza, so
that's him.
All right, I can give you a copy of this recording. I usually once I download them, then I upload them to YouTube. They're unlisted, which means only people who have the link actually can play them.
Well, I mean, I've made pretty decent notes, but let's I'm a note taker.
Yeah. So I'm a compulsive note taker too. So
yeah, me too. So I'm going to work through this list over the next couple of days and see where I stumble and where I break through.
All right. So if you want to make the admin, I can do some of that stuff for you. But don't do
but I will put you on admin tomorrow morning.
Don't do the verification until I find out how to make the celebrity verification.
Okay. All right. I'll leave that one alone for the time being.
Because that's what we want.
Okay.
All right.
Good on you. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.